Alright guys, welcome back again to the channel. As usual, back with some stories concerning our team right at this moment. There's been a couple of updates, but I think the most interesting one is what's going on right now with Sunday Olise and how he has, been giving out a lot of interviews talking about why he doesn't support Coach Eric Shaw, why he feels that Coach Eric Shaw is going to fail as a coach, at the helm of the team of the Super Eagles team. And from what he has said recently, you can still dig some kind of bad blood between, or some kind of bad blood or lack of support from Sunday Olise. I don't know if whether he has issue with Eric Shaw, behind closed doors. That's something that I don't really know. But it looks like he may not even have any issues with Coach Eric Shaw, but just the sheer fact that NFF decided to employ a foreign coach, being Coach Eric Shaw, and by so doing, decided to snub local coaches. He himself, who of course is a coach, we have his set, who are also legend of the team, who also qualified to be a coach. We also have local coaches in Nigeria. We also have Nigerian coaches or coaches who are of Nigerian descent, but they are coaching outside of Nigeria, in the UK, Switzerland, France, etc. John Utaka is one of them. He's currently, coaching the junior team of Montpellier. We also have a lot of our coaches outside, doing some really great things with the junior teams of top clubs. So Sunday Olise came out recently. First of all, I'm just going to give you the old statement that he made, where he said, "I'm not a big fan of Coach Eric Shaw. I feel it is a sign of disrespect to the coaches and the people of Nigeria. Nigerians are not allowed to coach outside their shores. The only job that is the most prized one, leave it for the people to handle. I feel my country has suffered enough. The coaches, players, and ex-players have suffered enough, and they have paid the price. So let them do their job." That's his earlier statement, where he completely and clearly, should I call it disrespect, or completely just disregarded Coach Eric Shaw and whatever his project and plans are, in terms of rebuilding the team. And following that statement, one of the Super Eagles current player, and the person of Bruno Onyemaechi, also spoke with the media during that time, because what he said was actually something that went far and near, so a lot of ears listened to it. So when Bruno Onyemaechi was talking about something related to that, he said Eric Shaw is the right guy for the Super Eagles job. There's noise outside saying he doesn't know what he's doing, but if you come closer, you will know he's the right guy for the job. This one is the account of Bruno Onyemaechi, which of course is indirectly telling Sunday Olise to keep quiet, because the noise, by him saying there's noise outside saying he doesn't know what he's doing, obviously that noise is Sunday Olise or any other ex-internationals who are criticizing Coach Eric Shaw. So indirectly, the players are speaking out that we like this coach. This coach is good. He's actually a coach that can take us where we want to be, but not according to Sunday Olise. And then the recent statement that he gave right now, this one is from Channels TV, where he it kind of looked like he was bragging a little bit that he was the one that discovered Iheanacho Ndidi. It will be, back in I think 2015, when he gave them their debut for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So he was talking something of that nature, and then also didn't give up or didn't pass up the chance of throwing a dig at the coach again as well. So in the statement, he said, "I am totally against having the role not being handed to a Nigerian, because we have qualified Nigerians who can do the job." So that is what he said, which is a direct dig again at Coach Eric Shaw, adding to the previous statement that he has made directly against the foreign coach. And then he goes on to talk about the players that Coach Eric Shaw is currently enjoying or reaping from, even though he's not the one that actually found them in the first place. So About that, he said, when you are talking of a defensive midfield role, I was the one who brought in the young man Wilfred Ndidi. It was at the same time that I brought in Alex Iwobi and Kelechi Iheanacho, and I gave them their first call up because they had the quality to do it. Sorry, this statement was in response to the question that channels, journalists or reporters asked him about what he feels is the way forward for Nigeria's uh, dying defensive midfield role, because obviously it feels like we have a little bit of issue that at that position it's not very consistent these days. Not just that place, but we also have defensive issue, and also our attackers are not really scoring goals except Victor Osimhen. So that is what he said. But I just wanted to add my own opinion to it. Based on what Sunday Olise has been saying about Kucharik Shaw. For me, I feel like Sunday Olise is overreacting. I think he's, you know, maybe going over the line with this his consistent um, shading of Kucharik Shaw and showing lack of support for the coach. And the funny thing is, when you listen to Sunday Lisa's criticism, or when you watch him speak, or you read up his statements, you would think that the NFF had not given any local coaches a chance, forever. Like there was no time ever that they were given a chance. But then you look at it and you realize that that's not true, because um, we've seen several times when local coaches, take up the role as the head coach of the Super Eagles over the years. We've seen that happen, even though it's not as much as we should be seeing, because there are a lot of people who are um, canvassing for more inclusion or more consideration of local coaches when it comes to coaching. And again, there's a subject of their payment, because it feels like whenever NFF wants to employ them, they are being paid less, you know, maybe not even up to 25% of what NFF are prepared to pay foreign coaches. But we've seen chances being given to local coaches, and specifically to even Sunday Olise himself. He was a coach, back in 2015. I think he took over from Coach Keshi of the blessed memory. But if you look at his track record, it wasn't exactly impressive as you would think, because he's the one that's canvassing for local coaches to be considered. When he was given the chance, he didn't really do much. Aside from what he said now about giving Alex Iwobi, Ndidi, Iheanacho their debut for the Super Eagles, of course that's something that you can applaud, and you can say that he was actually the one that gave them the opportunity to show their quality, and then they got integrated afterwards, and we've been seeing their good performances ever since. But in terms of the coaching ability or coaching skill, or ability to even win games, or even come up with great strategy as a coach, I think Sunday Olise failed during his era, because we didn't really achieve anything. It was like we took 5 steps backward, from where we were. And again, the very notable thing, or the most notable thing during his era, was the fact that he seems to he seemed to have had a lot of trouble, or a lot of issues with the players then, especially senior players. Mikel Obi is one person that he fell out with. I think Vincent Yama, best goalkeeper of all time in my opinion, is also uh, someone who doesn't like him very much, and I think he had to resign because their personality kind of clashed. So to me, it feels very strange that the same Olise is coming out to lambast or to cast Kucharik Shell, saying that he doesn't like him, that the job shouldn't be given to him or any outsider in the first place. That sounds to me like someone who hates foreigners, someone who doesn't like to see foreigner in their country, and that's not very good in my opinion. Again, I'm going to leave it here for you guys to react to it. What do you think about what Olise has been saying recently? Talking about the fact that he doesn't support Kucharik Shell, and that the coaching job shouldn't even be given to a foreigner in the first place.